Good Sunday evening. Pre-recording from the new crib. Hey. It's Leo season, so I'm gonna get dramatic. I'm gonna get over the top. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let's bring the dramatics down a bit and more personable. Welcome to Get a Life Astrology with your girl Z. Haven't done one of these since I had the locks. Haven't done one of these in my new home of only 2 weeks. Yes, things are litty. Things have manifested. Things have switched up. Have they not? And they're getting ready to switch up again because we have the new moon in Leo. New moons are conjunct the sun, meaning they're in the same sign. You see the sun is at 13 right now because this happened at 7:13. Ashe to Zane, that's her solar return date, 7:13. 7:13 is a.m. on this Sunday, August the 4th, 2024. About to come up on 8/8 of the year 8. Lionsgate is so much about to pop off. And I've been watching podcast after podcast because drama. Not my drama, thank goodness. But anyway. Okay, we also have this evening on East Coast time. It's about 10ish Eastern Standard Time, so almost August 5th. We're about to pop off with this little blicky in Virgo. So yeah, while you thought you had your shit together, now you got to go back and look over it again at 4 degrees of Mercury in retrograde in Virgo. But in Virgo, it'll go back into Leo because it retrogrades for 3 weeks. And Mercury moves pretty fast, so we're going to go all the way back to like early 20s, just in the first decan. I don't think we're going into, the third decan. I don't think we're going back into the second decan of Leo. I could be wrong. Maybe it's like 15 degrees, but it's not all the way. Anyway, Mercury is in retrograde today, y'all. We got a double whammy. We got the fiery sign of Leo, the dramatics, with the Virgo service to others. Supposedly healthy. You know, as a Libra rising, I discovered and reminded myself, because I've been known this, that I have Virgo in the 12th house, the house of enemies. So fuck you, Virgos. No, just F the Virgos that are in the last week. Yeah. Because I have my last decan in the 12th house, and then the rest is in Libra, which is wild too. The first decan Libras are a little bit of a mess too for me, in just my Libra sign. And how do you know all this? Because you look at the degree on your birth chart of where your rising sign is in the house. So it could be closer to the first decan, which means you have it in the first house all the way. But me, mine starts at 20 degrees. My center is at 25 degrees, I think. So I have literally the last 5 degrees of Libra in the first house. So I'm also kind of a Scorpio rising too. Nosy. Which is why my life is so dramatic. Jeez. Scorpios, I was watching somebody else, and I'm gonna get to it, y'all. I was watching somebody else on TikTok. Her name was like BP Astrologer or something. What it stands for, I don't know. But she was saying, she does a lot of videos about Scorpio, and she was saying that Scorpios bring drama. Scorpio suns, especially the Scorpio moons and the Scorpio risings, are over it because it happens so much earlier in their lives. And I agree with that with the Scorpio risings. But yeah, if it ain't our drama, we just know about it somewhere near it. It's wild. It's so hard being a Scorpio, honey. All right, so we also have a lot of retrograding going on, okay? Everywhere you see this. And I only have one left. And we have Uranus going to be the next one to pop up in retrograde. That's September the 1st. So we got less than a month. If you see one of this R with a little X at the bottom, that's a retrograde. So we are Mercury in retrograde. Of course, you have the South Node and the North Node always in retrograde. They reverse back. They're at 7 degrees of Aries North Node, which is your destiny to tap into your individual self. Then you have the South Node at the same degree and 7 degrees of the opposite sign of Aries, which is Libra. Relationships, we got till January. Relationship shit is wild as fuck right now, especially in this Mercury retrograde. That's X-trograde too. Leave the X alone. I gotta tell myself this, y'all, because, anyway. We have Chiron in retrograde. Chiron is also in Aries in the last decan. It'll go back into the second decan again. Chiron is the wounded healer. You are healing things about yourself. So this is a lot of self-care energy right now. Just tap into that, and that's what Mercury retrograde could help, especially for fire signs when it goes back into Leo. We have Saturn in retrograde in Pisces. Okay, Saturn and Neptune are both in retrograde in Pisces up here in the mutable water sign. Pisces, the last sign, the spiritual sign, the subconscious and the conscious, where they meet and where they could be delusional or could be very uplifting. So, mutable water, ending cycles. We have it Neptune retrograde in 29 degrees. One more degree and it's in Aries. So when it comes out of retrograde, it moves into Aries in 2025. Saturn, when it comes out of retrograde, it'll move into Aries in 2025 too. We're wrapping up cycles. We're stopping the delusion. Neptune is the planet of delusion. This is why there's so much stuff that's in our televisions and on our radio gossip channels, stir up and distract channels. From Neptune being in retrograde, that stuff is breaking down. The veil is thin. You've heard it all. We're not crazy. We're not conspiracy theorists. We don't get paid to lie to y'all. They get paid to lie to y'all. Neptune in retrograde is about cutting that cycle down. Then we have Pluto in retrograde in 0 degrees of Aquarius. Getting ready to go back into Capricorn. Capricorn is about authority figures, government, big corporations. So we got one more little thing we need to go back into. It'll be back in Capricorn between September and November. November 17th to be exact. Saturn retrograde. Saturn is the ruler of Pluto and Capricorn because Saturn rules Capricorn as well as Aquarius. So Saturn is ruling Pluto right now. Pluto is the planet of transformation. Pluto goes back into Capricorn September 1st to November 17th, 2 days after my solar return. My solar return is the day that Saturn ends its retrograde. So as Saturn's in its retrograde, Pluto's in its retrograde too. Pluto's retrograde ends, it goes back into Aquarius. Nonetheless, while it's in Capricorn for just 2 months, oh, that Blicky's gonna tear up that in election season, last minute. Let's go with Uranus. That'll be in retrograde in less than a month. Uranus is in Taurus. That has to deal with your finances. Taurus has to deal with your security. Taurus has to deal with your resources, what you value. When it goes in the retrograde, Uranus will get so serious with you, especially in Taurus. It's in its detriment. I have Uranus in Scorpio, which is where it's exalted. It's in its detriment in Taurus. Things, resources, y'all better stop playing with these distractions and focus on self and your resources. That's what the Aries and Taurus energy is telling you. Did I cover everything? Venus just entered Virgo. Venus is not good in Virgo. Nobody is good in Virgo. Let me stop hating. Yes, but anyway, so let's tie into this new moon because I want to just make this short, especially for TikTok and YouTube. We have the new moon energy coming in. The plan is to step into something and make plans and set intentions for the next 6 months where you can be in your heart space, which is Leo, where you can be heard and express yourself, which is Leo, where you can shine the most because Leo's ruled by the sun. So the sun is home and the moon is home with the sun. Shout out to the Leo moons. Your new moon is the intentions you want to set. Okay, you write them down. You speak them into existence by talking like you already have them. Do this, look back when we have the Aquarius new moon and Aquarius season. The Aquarius full moon is popping in 2 weeks, and I'll be back for that. If you want your birth charts, I'm working on getting back at that, so please follow me, hit like, leave a comment, hit my DMs. I'm TNZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many Zakia, enlightening every day. And this is Get a Life Astrology. We're growing into divine adults, loving yourself forever. Don't forget to like and follow and share and subscribe if this is on YouTube. Peace, y'all.